one, I thought I'm grateful for the administration, to the university for all the support that was there tonight. I mean, we had a lot of people there. I don't think I've seen the gym crowded like that on a Monday night ever since I was a student. And just to see like the support that this team, has gained, but also like how many people they've inspired in the Columbia community has been really special. So I just want to say thank you openly to everybody that made that happen. But talking about the game specifically, I think it was an exciting college basketball game for a lot of people that were watching, but I just don't think it was our best tonight, and unfortunately, Seton Hall got the best of us over 40 minutes.
Questions for Kitty Henderson first.
For a game like this, where both teams are going back and forth offensively, and at one point the pace was just insanely high, how are you able to just still find your rhythm, find your comfort, and make sure that the game plan was executed? Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's just where you fall back on your preparation for the games. I mean, we're competing at a high level like that at training every day, so I think it's easier to stay together when we've been doing it every day. Just leaning back on your teammates, I guess, when the pace gets high.
Kitty, what have these last couple games been like? I mean, obviously not the result you won this time, but just the atmosphere and be playing this late in March and all that.
Yeah, I think it's really awesome. Obviously, that's been our goal to play as late as we possibly can. And to have an atmosphere like that was really cool. Like the buzz on campus was so cool. Everyone's saying good luck. Everyone's saying, good game after the games. And I think it's really cool to see how much we mean to the campus and all our friends. Yeah, it's a shame that we didn't get it done for them tonight. But yeah, it is a really good thing for women's basketball, and I think it's only up from here.
How difficult was it to guard their, the shortest player on the court? She's got 14 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that we definitely didn't execute very well tonight. We bailed her out a lot, which we knew, that was one thing that we knew in our game plan, and we let that happen still. And I think that's one thing. She's very small and shifty, as you said, but we knew she was driving to draw fouls, and we still put our hands in. So I think that really hurt us at the end of the night.
You were able to find your groove offensively more and more throughout the end of the season. If there's ever a takeaway for you to take away from the season for you, what would it be?
Like I said before, I think being in a team like this, I've learned how important it is every single day to compete with your teammates and build a trust with each other, because I think in a team like this, we each person can step up each night, and I think that's all built in our practices. And I've never had that before in a team where everyone's constantly pushing each other to get better. So I think a takeaway would just be to compete and make sure that we're trusting each other from practice and putting the work in every day, so that when we come to these nights, we're more ready than that.
What's it like to go last game? You guys were trailing the entire game, not hitting the three until the last few seconds. In this game, it was back and forth. There were 19 lead changes and 9 ties. What's it like to kind of go into a game like that?
Yeah, like you said, our last game was something that we've never had before, of 20 from 3. But I think it's just taking each game as a new game. Basketball is very unpredictable, and we all know that, and that's what we love about it. So I think it's just taking every game plan, knowing the scout. We expected it to be a quick game. That they've got small players who are really fast, and we're also really good at running, so we expected it to be a fast game. I think, you just got to be prepared for anything with basketball.
At the end of the game, it was almost the same situation as the other game. We threw out a very similar play, and the result just wasn't, the same. And what was going on before the play in the huddle, and what was the discussion afterwards?
Mm-hmm. I think there was just they played good defense on that play. I think we had a turnover, and we executed the play. We just didn't hold the ball tight enough, and they got their hands in. So it's credit to them. But we did need we adjusted well after that. We responded well. No one put their heads down, and I can confidently say that everyone still believed that we could win that game after that play. So I think, it's devastating that we didn't, but our response was definitely good, and yeah, it's credit to their defense on that play.
What's this do for the group that's pretty much all be coming back going into next season? What's this whole season, and obviously this last month kind of prepares you for how you guys going into the off season?
Yeah, I think it's just making us hungry for more because, we've never done what a lot of things that we've done this season we've never done before. So we only want to get better from here. Like we said, we don't want to be in the WNIT next year. We want to be in the NCAA. We want to be winning the Ivy League championship. So I think it's just made us all hungry for more and to get better. Like we're not resting over the summer. We're only getting better and pushing each other to get better the whole time. So.
I think like consistency, I would say that's something that's been really important for this group is like, we just didn't change a whole lot. Like we were still competing in practice. We tried to keep things familiar. I thought a lot worked for us this year in terms of game planning and practice planning. So we honestly just tried to keep it competitive, up-tempo, and high energy. I think this is the kind of group that we have that responds really well to those things.
During games like tonight where you're facing a player like Lauren who's putting constant pressure on you on offense, as a group, how do you just maintain perspective? Just understand like that's what a great player like her does. She's gonna get her basket, she's gonna cause havoc, but we still have to do our thing. Like how do you maintain any sort of perspective?
Yeah, she's a very nice player. I just think like I don't know. I'm never gonna blame like a ref for a game or like how something's called, but like, the fouls were pretty lopsided. I'm just gonna say that, and that's really hard because I don't think we were like any less aggressive than them. And I'm a small basketball player when I played, so I know it's like I know how to draw fouls. But she does a really good job of it. I'm just saying that game's not fits tonight.
Maybe when you win 25 games with a majority of underclassmen on your roster, you bring almost everybody back. How encouraging was this season to prepare this group for next year and beyond?
Yeah, I think like big perspective, extremely valuable, right? For us to not play last year and be able to accomplish what we did as a group. My staff is amazing. I have a really great staff that trusts me and trusts the decisions I make. They might not agree with me sometimes, but no, they're fantastic. But like I'm just like I don't know, whatever it takes human, and it's just like my MO. If you know anybody that knows me, and I think our team is starting to like also play like that, be like that, embrace that mantra. And I just think that if we can push through to this point and like know that we didn't play well tonight and stay hungry, it's only going to motivate us to do great things next year.
Also, like, what do you think this season, not only for you, but for the Ivy League, do you think the Ivy League has made, like, a big statement, like, with Princeton upstate or Kentucky, and then you're making it to the Elite Eight at the NIT? Do you think that, like, the Ivy League has also taken a step up in the women's basketball world?
Yeah, absolutely. For two women's basketball teams in the respective postseasons they were in to win, and for us to make it this far, no Ivy League team, men and women, have ever made it this far. So this was a first and a huge moment. And then, Princeton is a very good team. And, I thought that them taking Indiana to the wire showed how tough the two of us are and that you're going to see a lot of battles between us moving forward. But, my hope is that we both get into the tournament next year, to get another two-bid league. The last time that happened was, I think it was 2012, I don't remember what year it was when I was there. We got the at-large. But regardless, that's when I think Ivy League basketball will make a major turn, is that we can consistently produce a two-bid league.
Coach, you often had, obviously time to reflect, but it's been, after going through the regular season, didn't make the tournament, the time you guys had the chance to make the Ivy, the world went crazy. How do you think the immediate days after this will go? Now knowing what this team has done, reaching a part of the season that you hadn't experienced yet with this group, have any idea, or are you just gonna go through exploring it?
Yeah, no, I think that whenever this season was gonna end, we're hoping it was Saturday. I'm gonna meet with all our players and we're gonna talk about their future here. And I think everybody knows like we're just not gonna rest right now. Like we're obviously gonna rest physically, but mentally and emotionally, this is a time too for us to really take like a reflection on like ourselves and our season. I think when it's fresh, especially for this age group, it's like what just happened. I think it's really healthy for them to be able to like think about it, reflect on it, talk about it, and talk about like how we can continue to make Columbia women's basketball a powerhouse. Because right now, like, you know, I'm a big believer that if you take care of everything every single day, that the byproduct of that is winning championships. Because we haven't won a championship yet, that means we have a lot of work we still need to do. So, you know, the next couple of days we'll have meetings, and our staff will probably get out to the Final Four and do some professional development.